tonight, Isaiah Thomas. He was the last player selected from his draft class of 2011. But, Shaq, I bet GMs want to redo on that one, man. He can just dominate games offensively.
You know, he's not really tall. He's 6-something, not above 6'4", but this guy's fearless. You know, his speed and quickness of the release of the shot, he can get a shot anytime. And what I really like about him, he's gritty. He'll fight you.
If he's more than 5'11", I'd be surprised. But when he gets in the zone, he's one of the most difficult players to handle. He could take over a game, Ernie. His quickness, his speed, just all-around offensive prowess.
Is he anything like the other Isaiah Thomas?
No, he's different. The original, the OG Isaiah Thomas was very, I would say, a leader, more of a leader. He's more a lead guard. Get it? He likes to score. This guy led the team.
Nice.
Thank you.
The New York Knicks play this one at home. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Celtics are looking to end their road trip here with a strong outing. Well, they come into every game with confidence, and this game is no different. Two elite teams put each other to the test, certainly, every time they meet. A lot on the line in this one, though.
This is a special matchup. I mean, we got here tonight two rival franchises, a lot of history between the two, and some bad blood. So let's just see how all this adds up in terms of drama.
And guys, I think if you ask them, as far as they're concerned, this game counts twice in the standings. I mean, it carries that kind of weight. It really holds that kind of significance for both of them.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court right now for the Celtics. Sullinger and Zeller are the duo down low. Thomas is the point with Bradley into his side. And it's Crowder in at the three, the small forward. Thomas gets the bucket.
And they get the first bucket of the game on that one.
I tell you what, fellas, I'm anticipating a good one here.
Grant against Thomas. Grant outside. The feed now to Roberts. Now the dish to Sanders. Soft touch off the glass.
You know, it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
It always seems to settle you down when you have some early success in the post.
Puts it up from 12. Thomas's shot is off. So for New York, their last game, a win against Cleveland.
They needed a few extra minutes to get the W in that game, but they got it.
That's my fault. I passed to the
I
wrong
like
person.
the way they handled themselves in that overtime period, Greg. They had a whole lot left in their game in that extra period.
Now here's Sullinger, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Thomas, that's good.
Not phased at all by having a bigger defender on him down low.
I see why they really don't want to guard him. I got to guard the point.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Here's Grant. Isaiah Thomas making his last shot. Just 5 on the clock. Roberts passes to Carmelo. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Anthony's got his first 3 points of the game. Now we'll go to DB, who had a chance to talk with head coach Brad Stevens. Doris?
He said that they will be focusing a lot of their defensive effort into slowing down Carmelo Anthony. I asked him for specifics, and he said, Melo is such a dynamic player, there really isn't any single thing we'll do that will be the answer. Instead, we're just going to throw everything we have at him and see how he handles it. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. Thomas kicks to Bradley. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Bradley's got his first bucket of the night. The Knicks with the lead. Grant the pass to Porzingis. Tries from 10, and there's another one for the Knicks.
There's got to be some defensive help there. I mean, the size difference is just too great.
Thomas dishes to Zeller. Sullinger with the ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backcourt. And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive.
And the Knicks with possession here. Isaiah Thomas missed from long range. New York shooting their first free throws of this.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Taj Gibson's checked in for Sanders. Ken Bazemore comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's a Flawler in for Grant.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Now here's Thomas. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And it just wasn't about the offense. I mean, he was racking up the steals and taking advantage of some sloppy play by the opponent.
That's good.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Here's Thomas. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. It's deflected. They recover it. And the foul called on Free. Robin Lopez is checked in for Porzingis.
Robin Lopez.
Here's Thomas, and it's blocked. But they get it back.
That's why I did that.
Mickey can't hit.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroke.
Rotation.
After doing a nice job to get open, he can finish the shot.
Come on, Robin.
Bazemore inside the three-point line. And the Knicks good for two.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Now, here's Thomas. He feeds it to Young. Shot clock at 6. The Celtics need to get a shot off, and Gibson sets it in. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break.
Slow that right down.
Takes a 3.
Come here.
Here's Bazemore. Count the bucket. Bazemore's got his third basket of the night.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow them down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing, surrendering too many easy baskets.
Now here's Thomas. Here's Mickey. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Thomas.
No.
Can't hit. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Knicks lead by 13. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback.
We want to see buckets.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Knicks.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
We've got Robin Lopez. Grant is out there with a foul. Then it's Anthony, and it's Gibson in at the 4 slot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Booth. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Cavaliers just played phenomenal basketball. He ended up with 35 points and was effective from long range as he got that scoring line by dropping in a good amount of threes. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And, you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
Here's Smart. The shot, no good. Now the next take it the other way. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
And their last matchup was a nail-biter, but they hung on, and in part it was because of their rebound.
That was the definitive difference. I mean, it came down to the final seconds, but the tough work on the glass they did carried the day.
Here's Bradley. After the made shot from Carmelo Anthony, he took good advantage of that screen.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Left side, Gibson. New York moving it around. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Porzingis comes in. And it's garbage man in for Aaron Aflalo.
Yeah, I heard that shit. He said a garbage man. Wow.
Pass to Porzingis.
Keep it around, bitch. I hate when they do that.
Here's Roberts. 35 points for him last game against Cleveland.
And also, he competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with
Jerry
the
Sosa did
Now here's
good
Bradley,
ass
the
on.
fast break opportunity. All sorts of time. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
And as far as jump shots go, that's
All
what
foul
they
when he
have
fouled
to
mine.
continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed
Oh, they
out.
trying to get that.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I
Five
mean, he
assists. I can
kind
live
of
with it.
slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Young's checked in for Boston. Thomas comes in for Bradley. Here's Grant. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that.
Celtics trail by 15. Smart kicks to Sullinger. Sullinger the screen. Thomas outside. And that one's good. Thomas got 7.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the
I'm
disadvantage.
shooting terrible today.
Plays like that, the hustle plays on the backcourt, the second chance points that have really caused problems all day for the defense.
Now here's Smart, defended by Roberts. Here's Thomas. Again, Thomas missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And stolen by Zeller.
That big ass. Man, that's a turnover too. Man.
Now here's Smart.
That's bad on my
9-point
special
game his
teams.
last outing.
I would have made it too. Boy, I would have made
They
it.
set the pick. They get a hand on it.
Give me
And they're pushing
Give
it
me
up.
Give me that.
Roberts passes to Sanders. Here's Roberts. He's guarded by Thomas. Roberts dishes to Grant. And the Knicks good for 2.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Smart kicks to Sullinger. Young with the ball. Now Thomas defending. Here's Roberts. Flushes it down to finish the break.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And
Next
that
time, I'm
can't
not gonna let y'all
continue.
slide.
If they hope to get
I'm
back
gonna
in
demolish
this
that
game,
room.
I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Thomas. No good. And New York will come the other way.
Ooh, he got the
Plus side
tag.
advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
It's his first trip to the line. Free throw good, Thomas. A different look for New York. Robin Lopez is checked in for Sanders. Gibson comes in for Porzingis. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Lance Thomas. Both free throws good from Isaiah Thomas.
What the fuck that is?
There's 25 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Bazemore. To the wing on the left. Gibson passes to Grant. Here's Roberts, defended by Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Ah, that's cold. I'm not even trying to step out of bounds. Wow.
Thomas. Can't get it to go.
It's fucked up.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. New York ahead, up by 16. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Carmelo, what has been the focus for this team during the first half of play?
Well, we're doing it on both ends of the court. We're bucking down on the defensive end. We're sharing the ball offensively, making good plays. You know, challenging every possession counts. And we're doing that the first half.
Nice to see it come together on both sides of the ball, Melo. Thanks for the time. Gentlemen?
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Guys, that was the perfect way to start this game. Let's go over some stuff and do more of the same in the second half. We are firing on all cylinders. I couldn't be happier. Defense, offense, you name it. We've done it. Tremendous performance from all of you. Ball security was probably our high point. Let's continue to keep a tight handle on the ball and not try to thread too many needles with our passes. And let's try to play the second half at a moderate pace. Not too slow, but not too fast that it turns into a shootout. That's not what we want. That's it for now, guys. Let's go get that double.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
Looking at the game Bazemore's been having, he has 9 points, and he's blocked a shot today as well.
And he's clearly showing off his smarts in a few ways today. That block just being one of them. Just a savvy basketball player.
Celtics trail by 16 on the floor for Boston. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Sullinger and Zeller are the duo down low. And it's Crowder in at the 3 slot. Thomas dishes to Zeller. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. The Knicks leading by 13.
Oh.
Inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
One more time for
Jumps
it
up.
is.
Oh! And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Grant against Thomas. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Thomas got 11 points.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Here's Roberts, guarded by Bradley. A nice shot by Roberts.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Knicks City Dancers.
And let's take this opportunity to show you the shooting guards with the highest percentage from the floor over the last month. Freak number 1.
Guys roaming.
And not only can they light it up from the perimeter, Greg, but they get their buckets getting to the rim as well. I mean, aggressive moves to the basket are always going to help your shooting percentage. You got to get some easy ones to shoot a high percentage.
And he gets it to go.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
New York calls timeout. Knicks fans, these are your Knicks City Dancers.
And as always, the mid part of the NBA season, quite a grueling part of the schedule. Right now, let's check out been in peak form as we watch them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And of course, there's the Celtics, 10 games behind.
And right now for the Knicks, the step forward they've taken this season has been a giant one. I thought they'd be an improved team, but I had no idea they could be this good.
It really has been something to see. I mean, a remarkable and quick turnaround. It's been dramatic in how far they've come from last season.
Passes it to Zeller. Now here's Crowder. He's guarded by Afflalo. Crowder kicks to Sullinger. With his first shot attempt, it's hauled in by Porzingis.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. On the wing of Afflalo, guarded by Bradley. Clock at 4. Off the screen. Good D by Sullinger.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. And I'm sure you appreciate it.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Here's Roberts. 11 points in the game. Bulls from the top of the key. Rebound Boston. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
The Pelicans?
And guys, just look at the turnover stats in that game. You're not going to win giving it up as many times as they did.
Not unless you play an even tougher brand of defense on your end and force more turnovers for the other side. That's the only way you're going to get that thing squared away.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
Oh, we've got a moment here. Let's look at the last month and the Knicks and how they ranked in the NBA. First in field goal percentage. First in three-point shooting. And they're also ranked #1 in taking care of the ball. Not many turnovers. They value possessions like no other.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
Celtics trail by 13. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
To the inside. Mickey powers down with both hands.
Just cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-handed.
Here's Ruff.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
Hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Oh, shit.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Smart? He's averaging 11 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
And all indications are that he's been working hard on his game. It just hasn't shown up in the box score yet.
Kent Bazemore's checked in for
No, come on,
and
bro.
the Celtics also making a change. Thomas is checked in.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there,
I
guys.
was right there,
My
too.
goodness.
Make it.
Celtics trail by 13. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Damn, Thomas is unstoppable.
And then for New York, Porzingis, he's checked in for Lopez. Flalo comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Garbage Man in for Grant. Roberts, he's in at point guard. Porzingis is out there with Taj Gibson. Then there's a Flalo, and it's Anthony in at small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Here's Bradley. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet.
Come on.
8 points for Avery Bradley.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many.
It's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep. And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Sullinger the screen. And Zeller kicks to Sullinger. Puts up the baby hook. The Knicks pull it in. They led by as many as 18 points. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. And again, the triple from Roberts. And now it's a 12-point Knicks lead.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Anthony. Out to the right wing. The pull-up. And the shot no good, a bit short. Smart kicks to Bradley. Down low. Puts it up from 12. Busted. No good that time either.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense. Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Barry Sanders is checked in for the Knicks.
Game over.
And so it's New York with it. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Roberts passes to a follow. Anthony dishes to Roberts.
Somebody come here.
Shot clock at 5.
He's smart.
Out left to the wing. From the arc.
I would have missed it.
Porzingis can't hit. Celtics trail by 15. Smart kicks to Zeller.
Oh, hell no.
Misses and the dry spell continues.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot.
Yeah.
You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
The Celtics have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey guys, well, Kurt Rambis had some advice for the team in that last break. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Carmelo Anthony. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. It's pretty late in the game to be altering the game plan, but they're going to come out with a different look here, guys. Back to you.
Thanks again, Doris. A nice shot by Roberts.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Sullinger the screen. And Thomas, here we go. Busted. No good that time either.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now.
1:35 left to play here in the fourth. And it's Zeller top the key. Here's Sullinger. Busted. No good that time either. They're on a 15-4 run.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for New York.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? It's got to be frustrating to shoot so poorly when the other team is on fire.
And so checking out their record tonight, it'll mark win number 32 overall.
Now that's a
As we
goddamn
get
foul.
set to put
We all
this
know
one
this
to
is
bed, A one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
Yep, but 2 more to go before the end of the season, and they'll obviously be very confident heading into those 2 games.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Roberts. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Anthony kicks to Roberts. New York needs to get off a shot. Porzingis can't hit. To the inside, Zeller. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one's on Anthony. That free throw, no good.
Bro. Yeah, bro.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. They poured it out tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth-quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
They asked an awful lot from him tonight offensively, and he delivered. When they needed a big bucket, he was the guy they turned to, and he delivered, like I said. I mean, this guy was unbelievable. He did not shy away from the moment.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.